WBCN. Nocturnal Emissions with Ric Ocasek, the extended version of Connect Up to Me, right here at 104 FM. And joining us now in the studio for our 15th birthday celebration, among other things, Ric Ocasek. Welcome, Rick. Welcome back.
Thank you. Happy birthday to you.
Well, thanks a lot. You know, we started last week, we were talking with the Thompson twins about extended versions and dub versions, instrumental versions, and these, and the same thing has happened with this great new version of Connect Up to Me. It's not on an album. It's not released. Shall we say? It's not
really available to the public.
It's just for
clubs, yeah, and stuff like that. Yeah, well, basically, it's taking and rearranging the arrangement, you know, of a song. For instance, you know, a song may be effective like on a record in one particular way, you know, the way it's arranged and the general mood that you get from it. But on the other hand, you can, you know, take some of the parts, you know, that, in other words, you can reconstruct it, just like you would maybe make another color of a litho, you know, if you use 4 or 5 different, you know, colors of a litho or something. It's basically the same kind of process, you know. You can play with, you know, chopping it up a lot and putting rhythms in different places and putting parts where they wouldn't normally be. Things like that.
When you originally recorded it, did you do it this length, this 7+ minute length?
This particular one, yeah, it was this long, and on the cassette version of the album, it is that long. So this one happened to be that way, but you could take a 1-minute song and make it, you know, 5 minutes long, you know, if you wanted to easily. So that's basically what it is. It's all down to like, you know, cutting it up and all that. It's for the effect, you know. It's for the effect, you know, when one is dancing or, you know, that whole excitement is happening. You know, it sort of triggers.
Is that what you visualized when you decided to, like, kind of totally remix a long version of the song and what to put in, what not to? You sit there and dance, or do you kind of dance in your mind?
Yeah, you dance in your mind, dance with your body, and you see what sort of triggers it off.
Well, you do this over at Synchrosound right here in Boston, where you work with lots of different Boston bands, some known and some unknown, and some not from Boston and some in Boston. I don't know how you find the time to do all these different bands, plus your solo projects, and plus the band with the cars, etc.
Yeah, I don't sleep. Yeah, I'm against sleep. No, it seems to come upon me just when I happen to have, you know, a few spare moments. I start getting paranoid and try to find something to do very quickly. So I resort to, you know, working with other bands and you know, things it just sort of keeps me going. I love to do it, so.
And you kind of just choose the musicians that you're attracted to work on your solo album with you.
Yeah, just from, you know, particularly because they've, you know, developed their own style in their own bands, you know, and they're, you know, extremely good at what they do, just for like, you know, a different tint, a different colorway.
Well, you brought with you a variety of projects that you have been working on, that you've been producing with and playing on, and well, to start with, there's this woman that I know because I work with her over at Svit, but she just suddenly I discovered that she can sing, she can write songs. So how did you meet her? How'd you meet her? Her name is Sarah, right?
Sarah Bro. I met her through a guy named Deanie, who, you know, is from Human Sexual Response.
Oh, sure.
Who came to me with her in court and wanted to play me an 8-track tape that they had done, and I just thought the songs were, you know, pretty amazing, and I could just imagine her, you know, sitting in her basement, like, working on these songs while she works at Spit, you know. And she has all this great talent, so I proceeded to do an EP with her.
Well, Sarah kind of wanders around Spit just singing songs to herself, and here she is now on WBCN. Sarah Burrell, and the song called...
actually, which one are we going to play?
The second one in.
The second one on the Hanging Your Ground, is it? Right. Okay.
And this hour of Nocturnal Emissions has been brought to you by the Guitar Workshop, New England's most innovative and exciting music school. And this following hour now is being brought to you by Strawberries and also the New Models. We're here at WBCN 104 FM with Ric Ocasek, who's here with us in the studio. That there was Alan Vega, a song called Saturn Drive, an album that you just produced, Rick. Entitled, do you have the...
I think he's calling it Saturn Strip.
The Saturn Strip.
Yeah.
Alan Vega, formerly of Suicide.
Yeah.
Probably, you know, people don't understand that Suicide is one of the most innovative bands probably in the history of modern rock. I mean, they were doing synthesizers, rhythm machines, when people thought it was just...
Oh yeah, since about 1972, they used to play at the Mercer Arts Center as sort of a
and open for the Dolls.
Performance art thing. Yeah, they've been doing it for years. I often think that. Well, I know there's a few bands that have been heavily influenced by them. You know, DAF's one. I'm sure that Soft Cell almost literally apologized to Alan when he went to England. You know, they're very nervous and actually went up to him and apologized. Can you imagine?
So we're sorry for stealing all your ideas.
Sorry, but you know, we're going to turn it into something else. But anyway, yeah, he is a very, you know, innovative and interesting human being, to say the least.
So this record is now it's just an acetate here that you brought in.
Yeah, it'll be out in April. It'll be on Elektra Records.
Elektra Record has finally come around. I mean,
yeah,
we've come around from the independent record label Red Star Records now to Elektra is actually putting out Suicide or Alan Vega.
That's true.
Well, they caught up 10 years later. That's terrific.
Yeah, right. That's not bad. That's not.
Oh,
whatever.
Good. Well, we have all these wonderful new things that you've been working on, or that you're part of, that's been happening over at Synchroson. Mm-hmm. What's happening now? Greg Hawkes, keyboard player with the Cars,
completed an album, which I believe is going to be out on Passport. And I'm not. This song that we're going to play from it, who Greg so kindly let me, you know, play one of his songs on the. It's not out yet. Should be out pretty soon. I've seen the cover and everything. It's called Niagara Falls.
Now, Greg, did Greg do his record like you did with the selected Boston musicians, or did he plays everything just about?
I think Greg played everything on these tracks. Everything. I don't think there's I don't think that there's any outside musicians. Not that I know of.
Well, he is truly amazing. Here's Greg Hawkes here at WBCN.